Hello, random people of the internet. Today I'm going to be doing a part 2 of ranking characters on the tier list. If you didn't see the video before, I probably would recommend that. You don't have to, but it's a very good idea and would make you very smart and informed. So anyway, I'm just going to continue what I did last time. So yeah, let's go. Okay, now we have Alina. Oh gosh. Okay, so her left click basically just shoot a bunch of balls. Her right click basically just yeets a Shuriken at the person. Her, that's basically what her E does. It just makes a turret and then it shoots it at the person if it's in the range. And then her ultimate, which I think is pretty cool. She basically just summons all her power and just yeets the person into oblivion. For Alina, oh god. Okay, so here's the thing with her is that like she can easily just place down a turret and camp in the turret, and it can be very annoying. And if you're like with someone like Construct or like a physical fighter, it's very easy to get camped out by her, and she can be very annoying. And then her ball lasers or whatever she calls it, yeah, you can also easily avoid those. And her main form of attack is her shurikens, and you can also easily avoid those. And for her ultimate, like, you can't move like your camera while she's using it, so you have to catch the person off guard in order to actually use it. So she has to go in C tier for that. Okay, now Aloysius. So that's his left click. It's just him shooting. His right click switches his gun and you just use left click to shoot it. His E is a flashbang, but it also affects himself, which is pretty weird in my opinion. And then his E, you can just spam the gun. So yeah. Now we have Aloysius. So his attacks are just him shooting his gun, and his flashbang does affect himself. His ultimate is pretty good, and it can be really annoying to fight against, but still his ultimate is good nonetheless. The only problem is that his flashbang blinds himself too. And you can also just easily avoid his gun. And there's, like, if they get up close and personal with him, he can't do much to defend himself. So it's kind of like Rina, but I don't want to put him like Rina because he is better than her. I'm gonna put him in B tier. Okay, now we have Charlemagne. Okay, so his click just does that. It's kinda like Poppy's. His right click just shoots an ice at the person. And then his E summons a blizzard, and if you stand in it, your knockback increases. And then his ultimate, he basically freezes everyone in range and just eats them into the void. Now Charlemagne. Do I even have to explain myself? He is a total boss. Okay, maybe Zhao should go in front of him though. But like, seriously though, he is pretty good. So here's the thing with Charlemagne. I wish he had like more physical attacks, but nonetheless, he can summon a blizzard, which can easily lead you up to his ultimate. He can shoot ice cubes, which also easily leads up to your ultimate. And he can just get to his ultimate pretty fast. And his ultimate is absolute god. Like, oh my god. Like, even if you have like a low knockback, he can still probably kill you with it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to put him in S tier for that. Okay, so now we have Dawn. So his left click is basically just him punching. His right click is him kicking, which is, I think, slightly more powerful. His E is that he just body slams the dude. His ultimate is a fireball. Okay, so for Dawn, he is a physical fighter like Construct, and if he's can't really attack from a range, and that's pretty much it. His attacks are pretty good and does have a lot of knockback, but they're also easily guardable against and easy to avoid. His E though is pretty good. And his ultimate, you have to like really catch them off guard in order to use it. Like, you have to be pretty close to them. That's the only way you'll catch them off guard. So he's not as bad as Lena. So I'm gonna put him in B tier. Okay, now we have Fiona. So this is her left click. It increases the knockback by 12. Her right click is a knife, which she could teleport to using her E. And you can also use it as a weapon to teleport to the person. And then her ultimate basically is just her doing a bunch of karate moves. Fiona. I know, like, there's a lot of, like, I haven't really watched a whole lot of Encounters videos, but, like, from what I can tell, I think Fiona's pretty mixed. Usually people would put her up here or down here. With my personal experience with Fiona, no, I'm not going to put her down there, but my personal experience for her, she isn't all bad. Yeah, she can teleport, and her ultimate is pretty good, but sometimes it breaks. I don't know, there's a lot of pros and cons about her that other people really have gone over. So I'm just gonna put her in A tier. She's not bad. I think she's worth it. Okay, now we have Gunzo. So his left click basically increases the knockback by 15. His right click basically just, he swings his weapon and increases the knockback by 30 if it's at the end. And yeah, his right click is pretty useless. It's like a grappling hook. And his ultimate is pretty self-explanatory. Oh, Gunzo. So, a lot of people I've seen put him in B tier. I'm gonna put him in A tier, mainly because I don't know what his weapon's called, but he is pretty good. Like, his E can like swing from a far distance, so that way, like, if you're up against like someone trying to get close to you to like use their ultimate or something, you can just like swing it and fling them away. And his ultimate also is pretty good. So yeah. Okay, Hannah. I don't even need to explain myself, okay? She belongs there. Oh gosh, Kusanagi. Okay, so her left click is basically just her using her sword.
Slice and dice.
Like that. Her right click, basically, if the dummy is at the end,
Dashed down.
they will, her right click basically just like makes her run really fast towards you. Her E kit increases the knockback by 5, but sometimes it doubles the knockback. It's not doing it right now, but I promise it does do that sometimes.
Yeah.
And then her ultimate,
Slicing away.
it's pretty self-explanatory, yeah. Same with Kusanagi, I don't need to explain myself. All her attacks are pretty good. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna put her in A tier, because her attacks are pretty good, but they do use a lot of stamina, and yeah, like, that's pretty much it. Her ultimate is amazing, and her E can increase knockback by, like, double the amount, I believe. But still, her main attacks do use a lot of stamina, and if they used less, she'd be an S tier, but yet here we are. Okay, now we have my roommate. I really don't know her name, I'm sorry. So basically, she just stabs the person, but you have to get really close in order to use it. Then her right click is basically her just, yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Her E, she can go invisible and use her attacks. And for her ultimate, she just like runs into the person. And if their knockback is high enough, they will get flung into oblivion. Okay, for Mai or May, I don't know how to pronounce. They don't even give us how to pronounce the name. Yeah, she is very good. I was playing with a person with Mai earlier, and they said all she does is run and hide. That's not true. Or at least how I've used her. It's like she's a mix of range and physical fighting. And plus, her going invisible is pretty useful in my opinion. My opinion. But yeah, it's pretty good. Her ultimate's also pretty good, but you have to have like a really high knockback rate. So I'm gonna put her in A tier. I just realized I have a lot of characters in A tier. I'm gonna move Seth down here. I just moved Seth down to B tier mainly because um I played with actual people with him now, and I just realized he's not that good and can be really annoying, but he's not bad, so B tier for him. Okay, now we have Sun. So her left click just basically punches the person and adds 20 to their knockback. Her right click basically just summons a lasso, and like if they're caught in it, they get pulled towards her. Her E, basically she just freezes time. Obviously the dummy is standing still, so it's not freezing time. And then her ultimate just slams her thing into the ground, and then they get blown. Okay, last up we have Senth. Okay, so for Senth, her attacks are pretty decent. They're kind of like constructs, and they can knock a person pretty far back. And her E slows down time, but not. I've noticed that sometimes it doesn't work. And her right click is a lasso, so mainly she just punches and kicks. Her ultimate. The thing with her ultimate is that it sends people up into the air, which gives them like a chance to come back on the main platform, and it's pretty easy to, like for her ultimate, like not to knock people off the platform. So I'm gonna put her in B tier. Okay, well, we've rated all of these characters, and I hope you guys did enjoy. Keep in mind, this is all my opinion. You could have a totally different opinion, except for Poppy and Hana. They belong down there. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this ranking. And if you were wondering where I would rank the new champions, Sage and Leroy, they would go straight into C tier. Okay, they were slower and less good than I expected. So yeah, bye.